Hi guys, so this video is going to be all about this channel, weirdly. So what do I mean by that? So my brand, as you may have seen, my name's Andy McKinnon, and I'm the guy behind it all, but my brand is Hybrid Fitness. So I wanted to have a brand because just, I think it's like quite good to have a brand, so you can have a philosophy behind it, and it can be more than just you then. So I really think this will become successful, and then if I ever want to make any products or anything, you've already got a brand there, and it can become something that's bigger than you. Like, even if it's not to the point where you're having doing products or anything, or stick it on a t-shirt or whatever, at least like the philosophy of what you're doing, you can put a name to that, and if other people want to adopt it, then it's a lot easier to adopt if there's a name to it or some kind of term than if it's just you. So I've been thinking about it for like many months before I even got close to starting the channel. But recently I did a video about all my background and stuff, why I started this channel. I'll link that into the description below. Basically, I was made redundant, so I've got the time now to start a YouTube channel, which is something I always wanted to do, and I always wanted to do it about health and fitness because I'm just hugely passionate about that. And as much as being made redundant, and COVID and all this stuff is a bit rubbish, I'm always a big believer in seeing the opportunities in things and seeing the silver lining, and there's a massive silver lining here because I'm totally okay for at least a couple of months. So great opportunity to have all this time to start something that you're passionate about, that hopefully one day will be my full-time thing. But if every day all I'm doing is experimenting with training and nutrition, and then sharing that with on YouTube with you guys, then that would be like just incredible, like a dream. So that's basically why I started it. So I'm going to talk about what is like hybrid fitness, like what the hell does that even mean, my view on it, and what the philosophy is, and what I want this channel to be, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, hope you enjoy it, hope it's useful, hope you find it interesting, and just give you some food for thought. So welcome to the video, hope you enjoy it. Okay, welcome back guys. So what is hybrid fitness? What the hell does that mean? So my view, I kind of start the explanation, or like my view on it, as kind of what is your definition of fitness. So I was thinking about this a lot, and like what I think fitness is and what my definition of fitness is. And to me, like it can be, I'm not saying this is right, I don't think there is any right answer to that, but my definition of fitness is like very dynamic. So what do I mean by that? As in, you're not just like a one-trick pony, so you're not just super insanely strong, even though I think people that are super insanely strong, like world's strongest men kind of guys, are like unbelievable, and that is they are obviously super fit. It's just an extreme fitness in kind of one area. Same with like flexibility. So probably the best example of that, I would say gymnasts, but gymnasts are very strong and like powerful as well. So maybe like a ballerina or a dancer or something would be the extreme fitness in terms of, and they're quite cardiovascularly fit as well, but in terms of flexibility, they would be the extreme fitness in that. And I think we'd all agree that that's an incredible type of fitness. Gymnasts and ballerinas, dancers, they're like this incredible fitness that I think very few people are not in complete awe of what you can see those athletes doing, like the dancers and the gymnasts. Whenever I watch the gymnastics, like the Olympics, it just blows me away. They're just phenomenal, and I can't help but watch that and be just like incredibly impressed and like inspired by it. And also like martial artists, so watching Taekwondo and watching any other martial arts. There's quite a lot of martial arts, kickboxers, where they're pretty flexible, and that massively helps them with what they do with their sport. Being flexible is like a massive advantage, gives you more power, and gives you more range of motion to do more different types of kicks or different kind of strikes. gives you the agility, gives you the speed as well. And obviously, you know, you can do all that stuff and not get horrifically injured in the process of doing it, considering how quick and, you know, powerfully you have to hit someone. So that's amazing. So like that kind of the flexibility, and then the strength, and then also the endurance. So I'm also in complete awe of people that do, you know, triathlons in incredibly quick times, you know, and people that do an Ironman. Oh my God, an Ironman, I really want to do one, but, you know, I probably could at the moment because I've got the time to train, but people that do that, you know, and still have a job and a busy job and a family and stuff, like how the hell do you do that? You must really enjoy getting up early, right? Because otherwise how? Like, it's incredible. But that is kind of my point. So the point of this channel is I want to get to the fittest I've ever been in my life, and I want to try and reach this very like extreme level of fitness, and I just want to take you guys on that journey with me and share everything I learn through, you know, not just through like reading and studying, but obviously through the actual experience itself. So share the ups and the downs, the painful bits, the horrible bits, like, you know, when I take an ice bath, which I've never done, well, I have done, but for Tough Mudder, very different. So, you know, when I take an ice bath, I'll film that purely for your entertainment and enjoyment, to watch me like squeal like a little girl and just suffer incredible pain, to see if that works, to see if it does anything, to see if it helps the recovery, experiment with my sleep schedule, experiment with, you know, all the different types of training schedules. So what I'm trying to say is that is part of it, me going on this fitness journey with you and kind of filming it, and God knows, seeing where I end up, maybe in a hospital, who knows. But it's all about a really dynamic type of fitness. So that's what I'm trying to get to, is this is not just going to be about, you know, bodybuilding and amazing physique and muscles, although that is something I'm trying to achieve. So, but a much lesser extent, especially to a lot of other YouTube videos, a lot of other YouTubers, fitness channels, it's all about the muscles and the physique and, you know, being ripped and being big and ripped, which I just kind of think is weird, all right? I'm not gonna lie, I think it's kind of weird because it's purely for aesthetics, right? It's purely for looks. Because I'm sure those guys that do that, even though they'll be very strong and powerful and be able to shift some heavy weights, if they were purely going to go for strength, as in go for a powerlifting competition or go for, you know, if they were like, I'm going to do world's strongest man, I'm sure you'd have to probably start eating quite a lot more calories, and you would put on at least some like more body fat, right? I don't think you can be that cut and like super chiseled and be, you know, world's strongest man and be that super strong, because you just have to like consume more calories and really do kind of less cardio. Even though I know there are some world's strongest men that are like pretty ripped, but yeah, the two don't really work well together, if you know what I mean. So I don't really see the point, the whole bodybuilder thing, and it just being like aesthetic and stuff. I don't necessarily, you know, that doesn't really gel with me. I'm not 100% into it, but what I'm going to try and do is do this kind of try and achieve this very dynamic type of fitness, and as a result of that, you know, hopefully I'll get ripped and like chiseled. Like my body fat will be low from doing quite a lot of intense cardio, but then I'll also, you know, to maintain strength, conditioning, to benefit everything I'm doing, but then also just to get stronger, because I 100% believe that that's an important element of fitness. You know, hopefully also, you know, by lifting, it's all going to be about balance. I'll end up with like a really great physique, because you look at athletes, you know, I'll probably say Cristiano Ronaldo is a really great example just off the top of my head. There'll be tons of others that, you know, they're athletes, they do tons of cardio. So take Ronaldo for example, just as a really good example. You know, he does insane amounts of cardio, but I know he also does a lot of gym work. It's all to complement his football. It's all conditioning to make sure he's strong on the pitch and doesn't get injured and stuff. But as a result of that, he has this incredible physique that I think, you know, anyone would be happy with. And I know, you know, you can easily study what he eats and stuff online, and he eats a good few calories, very clean calories, but like a good few calories. But you think, how does he get that cut? I mean, he must be like 12% max, I'd say, body fat, and that would just come through all that cardio. So especially at the moment when I've got the time to recover. I don't know if I'll be able to keep it up, you know, when I've got a job and stuff, who knows, but who really cares at the moment. So that's what I want to do, is like I'll try to get to a point where I'll have a low body fat and it'll stay low through the cardio, which I really enjoy. You know, I really enjoy running, and I recently started swimming again. So, but I think that's what I mean, is a really dynamic type of cardio. So to be as strong as you are, flexible as you are, as you have endurance and stamina, and like all those things are like a balance, and so you become this like really well-rounded, fit individual. And also, you know, the strength I'm not too bad at the moment. Endurance I'm not too bad. I can kind of run 8 miles comfortably. I just need to improve my time. But flexibility is like rock bottom. I'm terrible. So that is where I really need to ramp up things and do some videos on it and experiment and get more flexible. And really, I'll be taking you on that journey from literally pretty much the beginning. But yeah, that's what hybrid means, you know, a fusion, a mix of, you know, 1 or 2 things, and it's a real dynamic type of fitness. So I'm going to do a kind of, I've seen some other videos on it where guys have done, like Mike Thurston and Matt Does Fitness have done, you know, the UK Army and then the US Army's like fitness tests, and I think I'm going to do videos where I do them as well, see how I get on. Because even though those guys are like super fit, right, super strong, they actually failed some of those elements, like the 1 mile run and stuff, whereas I think I'd be fine, but I'm nowhere near as strong as those guys. But I think I will pass it comfortably. But then that inspired me to do my own fitness test. Yeah, so designed a hybrid fitness test, if you will, which will involve like flexibility measurements. Yeah, I'll do like a 5k run, a 1k run, and then maybe even like a longer one, like my 13, like a half marathon time. But then there's some sprints, like a 1k, maybe even a 400 meters. And then what else? Do like, and a swim and a bike and maybe like some kind of skipping test. So do that, and then do chin-ups, push-ups, some ab crunches, all as a test. And then also like trying to beat your, no, I'm not going to do a 1 rep max. I think like a 3 rep max is better. So, you know, how many times you can lift, you know, how big a weight you can lift 3 times, I think is actually a better test of your strength and your muscle endurance, or it's like strength and muscle endurance. So this is something I'm going to put together, and then that's going to be like my marker for how much fitter I'm getting. And then obviously I'll share all of that and do a video about the test and everything, of course. But yeah, that's what I want the channel to be about, dynamic fitness. So like, I know this sounds ambitious, but like basically a cross between, I'm not saying like I am going to be this, this is like the basic, the idea of being a cross between a boxer and a triathlete and a gymnast, but then someone who's like super strong as well. So like a triathlete, a power lifter, or you know, something like that, where you're super strong as well. So, but like basically I want to find, you know, probably the best way of putting it is like you're super flexible, but then, and you can do incredible calisthenic stuff. So handstand push-ups, muscle ups, all that stuff. But then also, you know, if I can bench press 80 kg, but then also do an amazing half marathon time, you know, and do it all in like the same day. Do, you know, one day I'll do some like insane video that will hopefully be really popular. If for no other reason, then it will just be me going through an incredible amount of pain. But I've seen a lot of fitness challenges, so like a 10,000 calorie a day burn challenge. So I'll do something like that, but combine it with, you know, this fitness test, dynamic fitness test element. So start off with a flexibility routine that, you know, shows the improvement of flexibility I've done, and then I go for like a 10-mile run, and then I'll go for a 2-mile swim, and then I'll go for like a 30-mile cycle, and then, my God, if I have energy left, maybe do that later in the day or the next day, but then do like the strength tests, so the 3 rep max challenges, and then see how many calories that burns, and then go and eat all those calories, most importantly, the best bit. But yeah, so do something like that. But yeah, that is basically where all I wanted to explain, my vision for the channel, like what I think fitness is, my view on fitness, and also a massive element of this channel, you know, like everything I just said equally will be the nutrition, because, you know, you've got to fuel all of that activity and you've got to fuel that goal, and you're only gonna be able to fuel that goal with like amazing nutrition, and I want that to be very detailed. So again, a lot, not all, but like a lot of the fitness YouTube channels I see very much focus on macros, best way to get macros, best way to get protein, you know, best carbs to eat. And there are some ones where it's like they really, you know, fantastic, amazing exponents of healthy macros in each of the main macro areas. But I don't think there's many, I haven't seen many, you know, if I'm wrong, if there's guys I don't know about, then please introduce me, please link to them in the comments. But I don't see that many people really talking about the specifics of like the micronutrition, which is so important, you know, your potassium, your vitamin A, your magnesium, zinc. I know all these vitamins and minerals are so kind of critical to just you being able to function, certainly you being able to function at any kind of high performance fitness level. So I want to do a lot about that as well. So I do, you know, if I cook a meal, I'll explain the micronutrition behind it as well as the macros, and if I do a full day of eating, there'll be a lot about the micronutrition as well. And then I'll do entire videos like this, relatively short, 10 minutes, 15, maximum 20 minutes, just talking about individual vitamins or minerals or mineral groups. So like electrolytes, I'll do at least a couple of videos on electrolytes, and then one video literally just on potassium because it's so important, one on, you know, vitamin A, or maybe do a group of vitamins, and really dive deep into why those vitamins are essential, and you know, why you need them, and what are the best sources, and some nice recipes that you can use to get what you need every day for those vitamins. So I have like maybe, you know, a full day of eating, but it's a vitamin A day, so three meals at least that have tons of vitamin A in, and you know, a nice recipe that shows how you can get your vitamin A in at breakfast, lunch and dinner, and how, you know, how it's super easy, there's no excuse not to get them all in. So yeah, that's also a major part. So it's as much about nutrition, 100%. You know, I like to think 50-50, maybe there'll be more actually about nutrition than there will be about fitness, and also stuff about sleep and recovery, and really focusing on that as well. So all of that said, I'm going to wrap it up there, keep it as short as I can. I hope that makes sense. I hope that sounds like something you're into. If you are, you know, please watch the videos. Please put comments in and let me know what else you want to see. If there's anything I'm missing, what you like, what you don't like, and please like, subscribe, follow me, and I will be banging out videos as quickly as I can. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys. See you in the next one.